Welcome to Serve News.
Kusmirchuk, but keep in mind we've got about 5 minutes, so please speak fast.
So I'd like to put a motion forward, and the motion is the following, and it's going to be distributed as well to the clerk to distribute to the committee. And the motion is that given the recent media reports that Conservative Party of Canada members use taxpayer funds to benefit themselves, their spouses, and their staff by expensing hundreds of thousands of dollars to attend partisan events, the committee condemned the hypocrisy of Conservative members, flagrant disregard for taxpayer money, and demand a commitment to cease such practices. And I'm happy to speak to that motion.
I bet you are. Go ahead, Mr. Kusmirchuk. You've got about 4 minutes.
It's a point of order I'd like to raise. I'd like for you to maybe rule whether or not this motion is in order. And if you'll bear with me, I do have a couple quick arguments I want to make with respect to whether or not it's in order. First of all, the mandate of the Government Operations Committee is to deal with operational matters involving the Government of Canada. It sounds like Mr. Kusmirchuk would like to have a discussion about House of Commons operations. We have a procedure in House Affairs Committee which is responsible for dealing with matters involving the procedures of the House of Commons. From what I know, the government is trying to bring this up at multiple committees, which is a tactic I've never heard of being used before by any other members of this House. But Mr. Chair, this isn't being recorded, is it not? No, but Chair, I appreciate the levity from other members, but in all seriousness, there are mandates, of course, that the standing orders do prescribe for specific committees. The Government Operations Committee is responsible for government operations. We don't, of course, have an Opposition Operations Committee, but we do have a procedure in House Affairs Committee that is responsible for dealing with matters related to procedure at House Affairs. We also have a Board of Internal Economy that governs the rules of the House of Commons, and it includes representation from all parties. The Board of Internal Economy is a place where the rules of the House are established and where if there is an allegation that rules of the House were broken. I don't think there is an allegation here that rules of the House were broken. There's maybe an allegation that the rules shouldn't be what they are. But if members want to change rules or study rules as they relate to House of Commons activities, then the Board of Internal Economy would also be a place where this matter could be studied. But this committee does have a clear, specific mandate. It's looking at operations of government. We look at the activities of Crown Corporation. So that's one area in which I would appreciate you, Chair, reflecting on and ruling on whether or not this motion is in order. Secondly, there are rules around the use of parliamentary language in the House, in committees, and of course in motions that have been put forward. And I would also suggest that, although, of course, we do criticize each other from time to time in the context of parliamentary committees, that there are certain words we cannot use. Members aren't able to accuse each other of lying. They're not able to cast other kinds of aspersions, use profanity, these sorts of things. And I do think that Mr. Kusmirchuk's motion. I mean, I'm not suggesting he wrote these words himself. It's probably some poorly paid government staffer, but the language in there is not in keeping with parliamentary rules and orders. So I do, on the basis of the mandate of the committee chair, as well as on the basis of unparliamentary language, I wonder if you could just reflect on whether or not this motion is in order. I am. If it's in order, I welcome hearing Mr. Kuzmierczuk's comments. But pardon me.
So maybe I can get to it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let me go ahead. Yeah. Those are my comments. Yes.
Thank you. And of course, this motion is, while enjoyable and amusement for partisan reasons, is clearly out of order. This is something for the Board of Internal Economy, and we really shouldn't have been debating it. But I appreciate being brought forward. It's 6:30, so we are adjourning.
Comment, like, and subscribe. And join if you can. You've been served.